In Berlin, what is Germany's reaction to the attacks on France by militants?
Well, it's been a very tense 24-hour period here in Germany. Yesterday, we had the cancellation of the international friendly football match between Germany and Holland. That match canceled about an hour and a half before it was due to start because of what authorities believe to be a credible threat of a bomb inside the stadium. We found out later that no bomb was found and no arrests were made, but two of the top teams in the world and all those fans, the game did not happen at all. So Germany really under a lot of stress right now and about the attacks in Paris and security concerns overall. German Chancellor Angela Merkel responded today to the events of last night and basically didn't provide any more information about what that threat was, essentially thanking security personnel and things of that nature. But the German chief of police the head of the German Federal Police Department, saying that about 750 Germans are believed to have traveled to Iraq and Syria. And about 1/3 of those could be back in Germany, according to their counts. So there is a risk of an attack taking place here in Germany, and that's something people here are taking very seriously.
Ira, following those developments, talk to us about the security situation on the streets.
Well, Germans are very nervous, and one of the reasons is that we saw in the attacks in France that regular people were targeted, bar goers, restaurant goers, people attending football matches. So that really seems to represent an escalation in this conflict that we're seeing, where this war in the Middle East is now coming to Europe and seemingly targeting people indiscriminately. So that's making a lot of people here in Germany nervous. The holiday season is approaching. One of the main traditions here in Germany are the Christmas markets, where you have a large gathering of people in one place celebrating, getting ready for Christmas. There's been quite a few references to those markets today and the security that they'll need to enhance to make sure that those are safe. So a really tense situation in Germany right now.
Ira, talk to me about the German response to what has happened in France. Are you going to lend any support?
Well, Germany has discussed the type and level of support that it would offer to France, and of course, militarily, that's a big part of what France is looking for from its European partners. The German Foreign Minister, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, recently ruling out joining in airstrikes. Of course, Germany has its own, does not use its military as many other countries do because of its history in the 20th century. So I don't think we'll be seeing Germany take part in airstrikes. However, there was some information coming out earlier that Germany might be willing to put some troops on the ground if a UN resolution is adopted. Now, of course, with the entrance of Russia into the fight against the Islamic State, that does clear the path for the UN Security Council to approve a resolution to take some action. So Germany has not ruled out using its troops in some capacity on that front.
The French president hasn't minced his words. He's reiterated that they are a country at war. Has that bold rhetoric frightened perhaps French people? Germans. What's their stance when it comes to how they will lend support and also the overall fight against ISIS?
Yeah, I think the whole situation, of course, has made the public here nervous, both the reality of the attacks and the escalation that President Hollande has promised. Now, of course, in Germany, the big issue here is refugees. About 1 million people have arrived in Germany this year, about half of those coming from Syria, which is the heart of this conflict. So there is some nervousness here that somehow those refugee inflows could put the country at risk. Now, of course, there's really no evidence to support that, and there are many people that would say that the refugees are by and large fleeing ISIS. So it's a complicated situation, but definitely there are many aspects of society here in Germany that are worried about the refugees and believe that in the wake of the Paris attacks, they should revisit those refugee policies.
That was our correspondent in Germany, Ira Spitzer.